Across the 30-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 31-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Brings up 4th down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
A pickup of 40.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
On 1st down, Wilson being chased out left. He'll find Ballore out of the backfield. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
To Nick Ballore.
From 21 yards away. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They used their fullback and pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On the run, here's Anthony McFarland. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tackle made by Bruce Urban.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
At the 26-yard line.
Here's McFarland. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
The ball carrier.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
3.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. Ebron's got it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Touchdown. Eric Ebron, 39 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counter.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Devin Bush in to drop him behind the line for a loss of a yard. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And the Steelers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line.
Ford on the stop. A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line. 50.
2nd down and goal. Roethlisberger looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver that time. But now it's 3rd and goal.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. McFarland running out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
6-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Out of the gun. Here's Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 23 yards the pickup there.
A gain of 23 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score.
At the Steelers' 42-yard line.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
It's 3rd down.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Wilson to Metcalf that time. 1st down, Seattle.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. To throw is Wilson. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Operating from the gun, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He's going to let this one go deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there just before halftime. 49 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
3rd and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. Here we go on 4th down with Roethlisberger. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Again, McFarland. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 36.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. Looking deep here for Ebron. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
It's second down.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Wilson. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a big play on 3rd down for the Seahawks. 52 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Now left side on the swing pass. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at the Steelers' 26-yard line.
To throw again is Wilson. Got Gordon open, completes it. And down inside the 15 he goes. A gain of 13, it's a first down.
Gain of 13 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Kenny, the Seahawks.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. Sliding out of the pocket. This will be caught at about the 5. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back now in Pittsburgh, it's the Seahawks with possession of the football, but they do trail here to begin quarter number 4. Here's Wilson to throw, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because They're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
First and 10.
A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They'll run on first down. Carson, and he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. It's picked by the linebacker, T.J. Watt. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. Second down. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Completion here to Claypool. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Setting up the screen, this is Samuels. And he will have a Steelers first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
At the 23-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. McFarland once more. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A gain there of 21 yards.
For a Pittsburgh Steelers. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. On first down, McFarland. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
At the 50-yard line.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain there of 21 yards. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 39 yards there, a big one.
First down, Seahawks.
Throwing now is Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down. They'll look to throw. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
First down.
A really nice gain of 25 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Here's Carson. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Second and goal from the 1. They'll try to run with Carson. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow, wow, wow. I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation? And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They run again with Carson. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Pittsburgh.
She right got me.